Next category, how much? All right.
I have a few minutes.
All right, the next thing that I'll talk about is safety and security updates. Again, the unfortunate events that have happened in other school districts around the nation have kind of spurred us to really take a look on what we do with the physical safety of our students and again, the social emotional safety of our students. So one of the things we did right away last spring after the Florida shooting was we need more presence, law enforcement presence. So we worked with the city and the Spearfish Police Department, and we hired a second school resource officer. Jason Gillette, he's done a great job. So we have 2 full-time SROs that spend a lot of time at the middle school and high school, but also make their way to the other schools. And kudos to Chief Rodert and his force, and that even the patrol officers, they're seeing a lot more in and around the school, and we certainly appreciate that. We put in a new building access system and a new phone system this summer. It may not sound like a whole lot, but our new access system interfaces with a lot of different things like our phone system, our bell systems, and so on. And it helps us control access to our buildings. And it has been a huge benefit to be able to put that in. The phones, again, interfaces with that. And so if we have an emergency of some kind, a notification to staff is a lot quicker. We've also put in duress buttons. I won't tell you where they're located, but we put in duress buttons in each of our buildings, and it's immediate notification. So when somebody hits that button, it automatically, all the administrative staff and appropriate personnel, the SROs, get immediate notification via text and an email, and then dispatch gets notified as well. So reaction time in an unfortunate event is critical. So this helps us in that way. If you've been in the high school lately, we've added a new vestibule in there, so traffic now is funneled in through the office. One of our things, we still want our schools to be schools. We don't want them to be prisons. So what we do is try to maintain that school atmosphere, but yet think about safety and access control into the buildings and so on. So we put in a new vestibule at the high school to help with that. We continue the fence around West Playground. And then our drills with staff. We do a lot of tabletop exercises, and then we do some actual drills. And I don't know how many have heard. If you're a parent, you certainly heard. We did a live fire with our staff on October 3rd. And they used blanks, but they came into our building, the law enforcement, our SROs, and they fired live blanks. It's a little bit louder than a starter's pistol. And so staff heard it when they're in the commons, and then they went to the rooms, and they just fired at different places around the buildings. And so we did that at the middle school, the high school, and the Creekside. And so teachers, we hear from other schools that say, well, it sounded like fireworks. I didn't know it was this or that. But now they kind of have an idea of what live fire sounds like. I hope we never have to experience it. I mean, the anxiety level in myself and others, it's kind of high that day. So it's good that we can do those in practice and prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. And then we are continually looking at our procedures and refine and adapt. I just had Steve Pluta, the Director of Homeland Security in South Dakota, a couple weeks ago come on and do a risk assessment. He looks at all our procedures, he looks at all our buildings, and he'll give a risk assessment back and say what we can do better and what we can improve upon it. So that's safety and security.